everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am very happy for today's video. It is going to be a part 2 of my video with my boyfriend, sharing with you guys things that I've learned from a healthy relationship. A part 2 was highly requested. Unfortunately, we're not in DR or on a trip this time. We are in his house and I'm about to do his hair. I've been doing his hair for probably over a year now, maybe like 2 years now. I might be dragging it, but I learned to braid for him because I don't believe in my man going and sitting down between anybody else's legs and getting his hair done when I can just learn how to do it. So that's exactly what I'm in the process of doing. So we've done so many different things, twists and braids, and we do it every 2 weeks. He washes his hair and we do the same wash routine, so you guys can go and look at my wash routine video if you want to see how we start his hair off, because he's in the shower right now washing it. And after he gets out the shower, then we're gonna get to styling. Today is probably gonna be really simple. I'm probably just gonna blow his hair out and do like 4 braids because I have to go at 12, so we don't really have a long time. But I decided I wanted to share this with you guys, as well as let you in a little bit more into the things that I have learned through being in a healthy relationship with him. So let's go and let's get into stuffs. All right, you can go down there. I feel so tiny. So just so y'all know, in the what's the shit called?
The what?
Oh. In the description box below will be the link for all the products that we use. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to, what is this? I think it's you.
What?
That I can't think, like my words. I think you're doing this to me. Because I was doing just fine. What?
I don't know.
It's your presence. You're like Superman's kryptonite.
That's not very romantic.
Anyways, yes. So heat protectant as always, because we're going to blow out his hair before we braid it. I've been using this one for the longest, so if it worked for me, it'll work for him. You want to put something on? Or you not?
I'm not.
You got one twist back here.
Really?
Yes.
I had one more over here. I had it tied up.
His hair is so beautiful, y'all. Men really get the best things. You should see his eyelashes. I really want those.
You're gonna put your wings on?
Shut up. I hope our kids get your eyelashes.
I mean, that'd be boys, so that'd be fine.
Alright. Leave-in conditioner. My other lessons that I share with you throughout this video will elaborate on this statement, but just remember I said this. If you are not mentally healthy, you cannot expect to find a healthy relationship. And let me just say this, even if you are not looking for a significant other or do not have one, these tips and lessons can be applied to any relationship, whether it be brother and sister, boyfriend and girlfriend, best friends, all of the above. Your hair is so beautiful.
I literally just thought that.
Got this blow dryer. I love it. Lesson number 2 that I have for you guys is that you have to know the difference between being triggered and when somebody is actually hurting you or intentionally disrespecting you. My relationship taught me this lesson the hard way. It was a very painful, but it was so necessary. My boyfriend decided that he wanted to fake silent treatment me because I did something. I can't even remember what it was, but he was just being playful and gave me the silent treatment for not even 5 minutes. But when he didn't give it up after 30 seconds, I was mad and I felt like he was attacking me and I felt like he was doing something intentionally to hurt me. But after picking it apart, I realized that he wasn't intentionally trying to hurt me. He was just doing something that he's always known as fun and a game. But in my life, in my past, the silent treatment has been used to hurt me or belittle me or make me feel powerless. So I had to take the time to figure out why I was feeling what I was feeling and know the difference between him trying to hurt me and being upset at him trying to hurt me versus understanding that it's not him trying to hurt me. That's just how I feel. The reality of the situation is that I need to overcome this trigger and understand that this thing might be associated with a bad memory or a bad time in my life, but that doesn't mean that everyone that gives me the silent treatment is trying to do the same thing to me. Of course, he still owed me an apology, but it was my responsibility to explain to him why I reacted the way that I reacted and what I was feeling, because I know that he did not intentionally do this to hurt me, and I treated him as though he did. I owe him that explanation and an apology for punishing him for things that people have done to me in the past that he did not do to me. This wasn't a thing. I don't know if I'd ever blow dry this here. I really don't like blow dry here. I've almost never blow dried mine. Every time my sister tells me, oh, blow out your hair and I'll do the rest, I'd be like, no thank you, you can do it. But I would gladly blow dry my hair with this thing. He prefers the regular blow dryer though. Do you feel like it's faster?
Yeah.
Do you follow behind with a brush? You just use the comb piece? I'm tempted to try it again, because I do feel like it would be more powerful. What time do we have, darling?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock? Here, plug it in. Okay, y'all, number 3. He heard you the first time, or she heard you the first time. I love my boyfriend for this. This is something I will always commend him. We don't always see eye to eye on the first time around, but when I have a conversation with him about how I feel about anything, I automatically see a difference in the way that he deals with the situation. It's either he completely changes how he deals with the situation next time it comes around, or I see signs of him changing his response or the way that he would deal with a situation in the next situation. I don't wait weeks or months or days to see change. It's literally almost immediate. I feel like that was faster.
Yeah.
And because of how he deals with the situation, he has earned my patience. Y'all, I promise y'all, there is no method to what I be doing when I be parting here. And I think it's hilarious because most people are like, you know, part your hair in 4 sections, part your hair in 5 sections. I just be grabbing whatever I think is a good enough size, not too big, not too small. It don't matter the shape. None of that. I just find my section and go. I have given out my patience to people over and over and over again, just off the idea of the possibility that they'll do the right thing, or trying to give them weeks and months and days to transition into doing things a different way. But my boyfriend is one of the most stubborn, stuck in his ways people that I know, especially because his way has always worked for him. He has shown me that if somebody loves you, they'll get it together, and they'll get it together quick, especially because if they don't want to see you hurt, they will do whatever in their power just to make you happy. So, verdict. I feel like the regular blow dryer does a better job of actually stretching the hair out. I don't know what I've been doing wrong all this time, because it doesn't feel that bad now. Maybe I wasn't being patient with it, because I feel like I'm being a lot more patient with it today. Move, bitch. I feel like this is familiar. I have to work on my parts. My parts are better than my sister's, but they not super crisp and clean. So you would probably be a good braider. Cause like the whole line thing. At least a good parter. Okay. Here we go. Braid number 1. Now for braiding, I'm gonna use this and this. Shine Jam Shine Jam for braiders, magic fingers. And I'm gonna oil his hair with this olive oil grow therapy. Olive oil grow therapy. I don't know if this is like hair grease. I would say it's hair grease. But you know, for moisture. I was gonna use like a twisting kind of thing for his hair, but I realized that if I put that in now, it's gonna undo all my hard work of blow drying. So I'm glad that I had moisturized before blow drying. And now we're gonna tap that moisture off with more moisture, just oil form of moisture, which they say you're supposed to do that anyways. You're supposed to use your water-based moisturizers first and your oil-based last. So mission accomplished for shine. Are you having any luck?
I mean, I made a trade. I'm trying to see if the other he did a trade. But the thing is, when you send these cards, you can't like trade. It's like you send and then I send. So he's asking me to send first, and I refuse. I'm not sending nobody shit first, bro. So you can scam me, fuck you. And you know how I am. If you don't want to give me the card, okay, I'm gonna find someone else who will send it first. It's that simple as that.
Y'all, this is the moment of truth. I always like feel like I forget to braid, how to braid, and I feel like the first braid is always like the refresher. I'm trying to get better though at like braiding neater and like more consistent in my pattern, because I feel like I be grabbing the hair and just as long as I got my 3 strands, I'll be good. But, ow! You hurt my hip just now?
Yeah.
You said what?
Yeah, ridiculous.
Where do I need you? Right here. Number 4 is that you have to know what you want. because you have to be able to know what you want in order to ask for what you want. One of the biggest problems that I was having internally in the beginning of my relationship was feeling like my needs weren't being met, but not because I was voicing them and they were not being met, more because I felt like there were things that I needed and I wasn't just getting those things. Hurting? Sorry. Don't want to hurt you. I just want you to have tight braids. Some people will say that you shouldn't have to ask, and that's cool for y'all, but I don't live by that rule. I believe that if you need something or you want something, you need to open up your mouth and ask for it. But I wasn't doing that for my damn self at that point in time, and I was feeling a little bit unfulfilled. And I realized in a conflict that me and my boyfriend had that the issue is not that he's not meeting my needs. The issue is that I was not finding my needs worthy enough to voice, or I didn't find my needs worthy enough to even sit down and think about, to even know what to ask him for. How could he meet needs that he didn't even know existed? I felt like there were all these rules and standards to dealing with my boyfriend, but I felt like he didn't think there were any when it came to dealing with me. But duh, I never voiced any. He always voiced his. So I sat down one day with a piece of paper and pen, and I wrote down, what are my things? What are my things that I need to feel secure and loved and seen in my relationship? What are my non-negotiables? And I decided to ask for them. And I promise you guys, since the day that I have decided to do that till now, so many of my needs have been met and are currently in the process of being met. So you are worth it. You are worth causing a little ruckus, stirring things up a little bit to get what you want out of a relationship. You don't only have to be the lover, you can be loved too. Y'all might have heard this one before, but it is that you cannot expect your partner to be everything. When I first heard that statement, I thought that it just meant that it would be really exhausting for your partner to have to fill every single area in your life. But now that I am dating someone who is so different from me, who was raised so different from me, who has like 3 years on me, I feel like I understand that it's now not only because it'll be a weight for them to carry. There is no way that everyone is going to end up with somebody who is an exact copy of them. We've all heard the damn statement that haunts us all, opposites attract, and a lot of us end up with people who have been raised completely different countries, different language barriers, different culture barriers, and simple things like that make expecting your partner to be everything for you super unrealistic, because they may genuinely not even understand some of the things that you love that light you up.
Someone just stole $25 million from me.
Turn them to your brain.
I had too much money.
Time for braid number 2. How long did it take me to do that braid?
Actually, it looks like about 25 minutes.
So one of the biggest and most obvious things that have shown me that my partner cannot be my everything is the fact that he is very American and I am very Caribbean. You guys know I'm Trinidadian and Jamaican, and my boyfriend, he has some Caribbean somewhere down the line, but he doesn't really embrace it. So it's damn near non-existent. So do you feel like being in a relationship with me that you learned anything that you didn't know about being in a relationship? Or didn't expect?
good.
Because you never expected it.
Yeah. There was no expectation of that. You had it.
So if you never saw yourself in a relationship, and you never thought about what your expectations would be, how did you know that you wanted to be in love?
How did I know I wanted to be in love? It just felt right.
I need you to sit up a little bit. I'm sitting a little bit, but okay. And I need you to tilt your head back and like that. Yep. Thank you very much. Because of our difference in culture, he may not ever understand the sweet smell of curry in the kitchen. He may never understand the melodies of soca music pumping and bumping through your body, touching your soul. But he doesn't need to understand that to be a good partner to me and to take care of the needs that he is responsible for as my significant other. I have a whole tribe, a whole family, a bunch of friends, and even people who are yet to enter into my life that can more than take care of the cultural aspects of who I am. He respects my culture. I respect his culture. We do the Yankee jokes. We do the Caribbean jokes. But at the end of the day, we appreciate who each other is and all the other areas that we feed each other in. Our clock is ticking. We got less than 30 minutes. We got like... This one is going to be the easiest because it's not going to have no string hairs, nothing. Is this side of your head more tender than the other?
I just think I didn't tangle well.
Your hair just gets tangled back fast. Oh, go. I just realized you're tall. I'm also gonna be so for real with you guys right now. Every relationship is different. You really have to keep your eyes on your own relationship. You can take advice from other people, but you have to always remember that you are in a unique situation. You are dealing with a unique person, and you don't want to miss out on the special opportunities and beautiful things about your relationship because you're paying so much attention to what works for other people and what other people's relationships look like. My boyfriend had no idea that he would ever end up in a relationship, and now he is in a relationship with me, the most emotional, loving creature he could possibly find on this earth, and he is like the opposite. But every single day we are making it work because we are both worthy of love. We are both worthy of making it happen, and our relationship may never look like yours or anybody else's, but we have to be happy with it. And that's what you need to remember too. You have to be happy with the relationship that you have to live with. Nigga.
I'm sorry.
Another thing that I learned is figure out what your real love language is and make sure you ask for it. Don't be embarrassed. I learned that I thought mine was physical touch, but it actually is words of affirmation, and since I've added that into my relationship, things have been beautiful. I was afraid to ask for words of affirmation because I feel like, you know, there's certain things you should just already know. Like, why does somebody have to keep saying it? Or I'm not somebody who does things for praise. So I never felt like words of affirmation was something that I needed, but it has done wonders for me. The grand finale. How long do you think it'll take me to this?
Hopefully not long.
Today was a good braiding day. I'm actually like happy with how well and look how it started. Put your head up. Like tilt it back. More. Yes, thank you. Thank you, darling.
Someone texted you saying, you're not 20.
Checking in.
Oh, okay. Just gotta get dressed quick. Well, I ended this quick.
No. Last but not least, I wish somebody would have warned me and told me that women and men are not the same. We do not speak the same language. We do not love in the same way. We do not think about anything pretty much in the same ways. And I used to think that maybe it's just my boyfriend, but it's honestly the things that a lot of men don't voice or talk about, or a lot of women just look over. If you really pay attention to your man, you will see that he is a completely different creature than you. And it's kind of scary because it's like we're made for each other, but we're so incompatible at the same time. So if you are in a relationship, woman and man, 9 times out of 10, you are never speaking the same language, and there's gonna need some explaining, some interpretation, but that's just how it is. We are just different creatures made for each other. And the best thing that I have learned to conquer this is just to be patient and communicate. Once you guys communicate the different ways that your brain picked it up, you will arrive at the same destination eventually. We're done.
Fully dressed.